Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy Sports Dad Seth. Listen, and I'm back with another video. I think this video is gonna be quite interesting. It's a little bit different because what we got going on here is we got an actual coach that went a little far and beyond to get a recruit to commit to the college. And we're going to actually be talking about that in this particular session. So don't you go anywhere. I want to hear from the audience. What do you think about the situation from a coaching perspective, a player perspective? And players, are you willing to request this from an actual coach? And coaches, would you have done it? So talk to me in the comments below and let me know what you're thinking. But let's get into this right now. Okay, first off, if you are new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when we are posting new content. Okay, guys, so one of my homies actually sent me a video. Shout out to my boy Dre from the Sports Academy. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to his channel and go check him out. He's going live once a week, and he's actually talking about the sports from NBA to baseball to college football, all that good stuff. They are taking a deep dive into that, so make sure that you go support that. But he actually sent me a video and said, hey, this will be a good conversation and good recruiting talk. And so, but the video was an actual coach singing to a player, singing a line of Justin Bieber to a player to get him to recruit. And it was actually requested, it's my understanding, by the player, say, hey, coach, if you sing this song or whatnot, hey, I'll go ahead and commit to the college. And so just a few facts about this particular coach. His name is Herman. He's the former coach of Texas, the Longhorns, and he's no longer the head coach. And also, he's no longer the coach there, but he also found an opportunity in the NFL. So this guy is coaching in the NFL in some way, shape, or form, in some capacity. But it's my understanding that he was actually trying to recruit a stud middle linebacker by the name of DaMarvion Overshown, who was probably wanted by many colleges. He had this recruit's attention. I mean, if you sing this song, I'll go ahead and commit to your college, allegedly. And it was also alleged that this coach actually went ahead and sung the song of Justin Bieber. Let's take a look at the actual video. Let's take a look at that right now.
Oh, for you, I would have done whatever, and I just can't believe we ain't together.
Now, let's not dismiss, first of all, that this coach had some actual vocal talent. This guy got vocals. As you can see, I got a keyboard behind me because I'm a musician, so I have a high appreciation for music. That dude was killing, right? It just wasn't a situation. Listen, he was on key, he knew the words, and he was adding some flair with it too. He was going to work, allegedly. So, so I have to shout him out for that. Straight up, coach, you got some talent, man. Maybe you should. If you quit your day job, you have another career. So I know this coach caught a lot of flack. And in fact, that it was reported that, and I'll show you in the article too, you can click on it in the description. But it was also stated that, this guy, even though he's let go from the program, he's still bringing attention to the program as well, the negative attention and things like that. And it wasn't appreciated. But the question is that from a coaching perspective, would you have done that? And what was he thinking? Did he lose some respect points and things like that? And even from a player perspective, the recruits, why are you asking a coach to do that? So you got to look at the big picture. So here's what I think about it. And then I want to know what you think, right? And you never know what I'm going to do with your feedback. But here's my opinion from a coaching perspective. If I developed a relationship throughout the recruiting process with this particular player, right? With this particular recruit, I have a sense of humor. He has a sense of humor, and we've been bonding that way. Then I can understand that, right? I can actually understand that from that perspective, and we're goofing around and we vibing in that way. And my goofy self, I would actually probably would do it. At the end of the day, it is what it is from a coaching perspective. And two, if I have an opportunity, if I know that this guy is filling my school like this, filling my program, then why not? It's just I don't have anything to lose. If anything, I could lose my job because my responsibility is to win games. And if I've already built up my resume, if I had already built up my name like some of these big time programs, then, you know, I may not have to do that, right? You know, I don't really know the ins and outs, but if it was me and if it was that type of situation, then absolutely. And a lot of times too, a lot of coaches get left behind and lose their jobs because they're not willing to change. They're not willing to change with the times. And so you cannot always be the same way. And at the end of the day, some players and some parents, they like that type of interaction because they like to feel like, hey, if you really want me, how bad do you really want me? Right? Just like you like to feel like a player, how bad do you want a player? How bad does a player want to play in your program? So it goes both ways, right? But then also too, if the player had the attitude of like, you know, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, sing this song for me and I'll think about it, then I don't want that type of player. You know, I don't want the type of player that I got to deal with that attitude and things like that. And he's already high on himself. But if it's a good situation and a good kid, a good family, and we're vibing like that, I do not see what the problem is. But from a coaching perspective, guys, you got to stop willing to risk your job and thinking everybody needs to conform to you, but you need to conform as well. Change with the times. I know some programs out there right now that's struggling with their recruiting program, right? And they haven't changed with the time, and they have a very old school way of recruiting. You have to be able to change with the times in order to put yourself in a position to win. Now, if you already made name for yourselves and things like that, then that's perfectly fine. I totally get it. Then keep doing what you're doing. All right. But from a player perspective, though, players, you know, I get it. You know, if you have that type of relationship and y'all goofing around, then that's one thing. But I'm hoping that none of you guys are having that attitude from a recruiting perspective, like, I don't know, do this for me and then I'll think about it, because that really doesn't look too good. And I don't think that was DaMarvion Overshown's. I don't think that was his position. I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt and think that it was a really good situation in order for that to happen, allegedly, right? I keep saying allegedly because at the end of the day, you know, I don't know if it was ever confirmed 100% if it was true or not. But that is my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. Make sure you drop a comment below, and who knows, I may actually talk about your comment or whatnot and put it in my next video. I don't know. Make sure that you stay tapped in to check it out. Now, listen, if you want to know more about recruiting and what it's like on the inside, make sure that you tap in with me. Sports That Self. I'm gone.